PM Draghi, Italy reopenings a result of vaccinations. Prime Minister Mario Draghi held a live press conference to illustrate the business, work, youth, and health decree and discuss Italy reopenings. The Italy Minister of Economy and Finance, Daniele Franco, and the Minister of Labour, Andrea Orlando, were also present at the press conference. This decree is different from the past because it looks to the future, the PM said. We must defeat the pandemic to revive the economy, Prime Minister Draghi stressed. The reopenings are largely the result of vaccinations. The logistics are going well, and if there is one thing I am proud of, it is the priority given to the most fragile subjects. 2 months ago it was the least vaccinated category from 70 to 79 years, today it has reached 80%. PM Draghi said this at the press conference to present the SOSTEGNO financial support BIS decree approved by the Council of Ministers. This decree, he stressed, is different from the past because it looks to the future and to the country that is reopening but leaves no one behind. It assists and helps. A look to the future with confidence. We must defeat the pandemic to revive the economy. The best support is the reopening of activities. We expect an improvement already in the next quarter. Even if it is still early to talk about sustained growth for this, we will need the PNR, Draghi said. That is the recovery plan on which Draghi assured there has been no slowdown, and the time that has elapsed was necessary to address its complexity. The PM's wish is in any case that there should no longer be a need for other decrees based on refreshments and subsidies in the coming months. There are certainly no fiscal interventions. Responding to a question on the proposal of the Secretary of the Democratic Party, D.C., Enrico Letta, to allocate to a young dowry financial help through resources taken from inheritance taxes from the income of the richest Italians, the PM replied, "We have never talked about it. We have never considered it, but it is not the time to take money from citizens, but to give it." Draghi had, however, already underlined the executive's commitment to the new generations both on the employment front and on the purchase of the house. Registration and mortgage taxes will be abolished, and, for those who have a low income, including under 35 people, the state undertakes to guarantee bank exposure on 80% of the loan itself. The Sostegni-bis decree is worth $40 billion. The head of the government said he was satisfied with the resumption of some activities established with a recent decree. The decisions were courageous, said Draghi, albeit with risk as always calculated, and the gradual reopening gave the children an extra month of school. He then went into the merits of the new decree, which provides for a budget variance of about €40 billion, of which 17 are earmarked for businesses and professions, 9 for businesses for credit aid, and 4 for workers and groups in difficulty. The 370,000 new VAT numbers have been included in the measure, which will, therefore, benefit from state aid. We expect an economic jump this quarter. The growth figures will be revised upwards. But for a growth that is sustained, the National Recovery and Resilience Plan is needed, Prime Minister Draghi said. The issue of migrants is outside the decree, however, the subject of questions from reporters, given the contingency of the issue, both for the recent landings in Lampedusa and Ceuta and for the reallocation mechanism, explained. Draghi has been to sleep for some time. I will propose it again at the European Council on Monday, May 24. We will have it on the agenda of another European Council, but an agreement must absolutely be found. It is extremely improper that we discuss the head of state when he is in office. The race for the Quirinale is also excluded from THEDL. Sostegni reported, topical by the words of President Sergio Mattarella, who made it clear once more that he did not want to consider the hypothesis of an extension of the mandate. I find it extremely improper, to be polite, that the head of state is discussed when he is in office. Draghi cut it short. The only one authorized to speak about the head of state is the President of the Republic. Number rebuilding travel.